Yeah, final video of the day. Final video of the day. Work on your value, not the hardest. I'm gonna jump right into this one because I don't want to make the wrong impression on you guys. And my previous videos that I recorded, bro, I have yapped. But I guess you get to see a bit of me and get to kind of get comfortable with me and resonate with me. So I guess it ain't all that bad. But we're gonna get right into it. I have my notes here. Let's get it. Work on your value, not the hardest. Life's unfair. It's how it goes. It doesn't matter how much hard work you put into a product. You could put 10 years into a product, and if it sucks, it sucks. If there's no value in it, it sucks. And there's no, whereas if you work on something for a couple months and it has insane value, you'll go up quick. Refine your value, see what you can offer. Don't just be blinded by how much work you're doing and think that it's all just going to be rewarded because you said so. For me, I'm the product and I provide a lot of value. I know I will. Maybe I haven't so far, but I provide a lot of value, so I'm going to go up quick. I've spent years working on my value. Now I'm ready to show it. The more I can bring to people and the more I can help people, my value is perceived by everyone and seen as worth more. Uh, if hard work was the reason for success, then why do the majority of people on earth live their life around 9 to 5s, barely comfortable, spend 6 years of their life working, and it's set up to go up more, just to live a life they weren't happy with and wish they did more? My mama been working 35 some years. She's done very well, and I'm proud of her, and I wouldn't change her for the world, but she's tired. She wishes she had more leisure time. She wishes she could travel more. She raised me and my brother, always going the extra mile for us. I can't even begin to explain how hard she's worked for her entire life. Why is she still not living the full way she wants? Because hard work is told to you to be what you need to do. Because most people leave school where that's taught and go into the 9 to 5 race for their whole life, where your hard work benefits the business owners and people that own the world. I'm not saying the 9 to 5 is a bad thing. If you want to do that and they're comfortable doing that, then that's fine. It is a nice, orderly life when your job supports it. But for those that want to go the extra mile and reach for the stars, don't get caught up thinking you got to put 12-hour days in and be up all night and get 1 hour sleep and get up at 4 a.m. and dip your balls in ice and cold water, etc. Even an hour or two a day working on value can exponentially raise your chances of success, because the world doesn't care if you work hard on some bullshit. The world cares what you can give to it. There's workers out there doing strenuous, back-breaking shifts, 80 hours a week, that will work harder than I probably ever will. Not to say I won't work hard, but because you still do need to work hard, just on something of value. However, if I provide value to people by entertaining, which is what I want to do, then I could be getting paid yearly more than they'd make in a lifetime. Not to sound like a fucking asshole, but the industry is there. It serves so many people that the money pot is big enough for it to do that. That's just how the world is set up. How many creators do you watch that earn more than super hard workers out there every day busting their ass, and all these guys do is shoot videos? Kind of funny I'm doing that right now. I know I'm kind of shading myself, but I'm saying I know how much of a gift it is to be able to do, and it proves that you need to provide value, and then it's true. And hard work pays off when you have your value. That's that being said. That's all I wrote on that matter. And it's kind of true. I don't want to spend too long talking because I actually only plan for these to be like 5 to 10 minutes, to be like the sweet spot where you guys would actually stay. But most of my videos have been like 20 minutes. I don't know how many people will stay for that, but it's true. Work on your value, not the hardest. We get told hard work is the kind of, you know, sole proprietor of success, and like everyone just says you just gotta work hard, man. You gotta work hard, you gotta do this and that, you gotta put them 12-hour days, and you gotta do everything that they say you gotta do. And it's just not true, because my mama worked hard all her life, right? She's still working now. And she barely gets any leisure time. She gets up and goes to work. She gets home and she's, running errands, doing all kind of shit in the house, and just she's up to late, bro. She's up to like midnight, like early hours of the AM. Gets like 4 hours sleep and then goes to work and does the same shit again. It's like my mama work hard, bro. Real hard, right? And she, we speak together about these dreams she wants to do and what she wants to do in the world, where she want to go. And I just think, if hard work if hard work was a guarantee that you're gonna succeed, then why does my mama, and we all have our own case studies. You probably have family members. It might be you, but we all know just in general too. Like, you know, people work hard their whole life, bro, and they don't end up living the life they want. They don't end up with it all. You don't end up with everything they want. And it's like, well, why? Because they get made to work hard. They get put in this rat race, but they're just going to their job every day and doing something that's set for them. It's like, work on your value, bro. If you work on your own value and you really like become or create something of value and you work hard, that's where the success is. You know what I mean? We're in a world now that, and you're seeing it more with like AI and shit, right? Unfortunately, but you're seeing it more in the world now with like AI. I use that as an example because how many of these companies, right, are laying off workers and firing people, and so they have to pay less because AI is just more convenient for them. Having like an AI chatbot to help customers with like questions and whatever, and these companies are using AI to make their posters and their art within their company because to them it provides value because it's free, or they might have to pay like a small $20 monthly subscription or whatever. um and for all that they get this AI helper. $20 is a year is a lot cheaper than like a salary of like 50 grand, bro. 40 grand, like 30 grand, whatever. So to them, AI provides more value than their worker because it's cheaper. They have to pay less. It can do shit on the fly. It can do a bunch of shit. It can make art. It can do whatever. It's like a hole in one. I don't like AI so much for that purpose, but it's like because it provides value to them, right? That's what they're choosing, not their workers who are busting their ass for a whole year just to trade off for that salary. Showing up every day at work, and it kind of just shows we live in a world now where your value is what people go after. Like people respect hard work, and it can still get you. I'm not just discrediting hard work and saying it's nothing because it still is a big factor. But people, if you just don't provide any value, bro, and you create something suckish, um then no matter how hard you work, it's just not going to go anywhere. So work on your value, not your hard work. Work on your value, then your hard work, I should say. you know um Work on your value with something first. How many people you think's out here doing like 12-hour days trying to take off with like some internet shit or do something great, creating courses and everything, and it's just not going anywhere because they suck. Like the courses suck and they provide no value, right? But then you'll have creators out here, doing like the bare minimum, not bare minimum, but like doing something like even like me, where I'm just keeping it real with you guys and talking because that's what people want. People want connection. People want someone who will be their voice. I'm sitting here, I'm not, I mean, although this was a big step for me, I'm not going to over edit these. These are just going to be completely unedited. Um, and I'm just out here talking to a camera in a field, notably getting colder. It's actually really fucking cold. um, and yeah, and that's what kind of people will go after. I could succeed more than the person doing 12-hour days every day. And I'm not doing anywhere near that amount of hours a day. And I could succeed. Why? Because I'm just providing value. I'm providing comfort to people. I'm providing a bond, a connection, and insight, right? Most importantly, insight, because I want to help people change their mindsets. I want to help people evolve and become the best version of them. And that's what matters to me. So, with that being said, like I said, work on your value, not your hard work. Well, work on your value and your hard work. With that being said, I'm gonna end off this video with the end of video checklist. Please stay for it. This is the last video that I'm recording, and that gets me good for 2 weeks. Come on, bro. It gets me good for 2 weeks, so I can upload these. These can be firing off 3 a week for 2 weeks in June. It gives me a window to record more, and then I can record more in that window, and it just keeps snowballing and gives me an effect. So I'm hyped, bro. I'm proud of myself. This is big for me to come out here the first time and then again. But like I said before I go, work on your value, not the hardest, because although people do respect hard work, like I said, if your product just sucks, bro, you see it on Shark Tank, bro, right? People work hard on a product and invest a lot into it and a lot of time and money. And the sharks are just like, yeah, this kind of just sucks ass, to be honest, and we're not gonna invest in it. And then what it's like, but he worked hard. It's like, yeah, I know, but this won't sell. This doesn't provide any value. So that's a prime example right there. Work on your value, not the hardest. Once you work on your value, bro, and you become a thing of value, of great value, like the success will come to you. You don't even have to chase it anymore. You got to chase it for a bit, but once you take off, success will come to you. So work on your value, not the hardest. I hope I got this message across. I hope I got the point across. Again, if I didn't, I'm a beginner. Stick with me, bro. Which brings me on to my end of video checklist point, right? Subscribe if you like this. If you didn't like it and you don't like me and you don't like how I do things, there's no problem at all. I appreciate your time coming and checking it out. It's no issue. But if you did subscribe, don't subscribe if you're just gonna leave too and never come back. I don't say that like in an asshole way, but just it could really fuck up the retention and the algorithm of the channel. And then YouTube will say this is a trash channel. We're not recommending it to nobody. I want to build a family, bro. I want to cool with y'all. I want to like I want to have a family and people that I can talk to. Well, I already have like not that I don't have that in real life, but I mean like a YouTube family, bro. Like a social media family, interact with all y'all. So if you like it and you see potential or a spark or you just want to come along for the journey and see how this goes, then please subscribe. It's completely free. There's no commitment. You can unsubscribe at any time if you want. Completely free. It's a simple click of a button. Next, music supervisors. This is especially for you, but viewers, it's for you too. If you want to stream my music, I've put out like a lot of instrumentals, and mainly just instrumental music. I have a couple albums out. I have a couple albums coming out. Everything should be out by the end of June. Stream it. It's on all major platforms except Apple, because they keep just not putting my stuff on there. I don't know why. Under the name Issniz, ISSNIZZ. That's my artist name. So check that out if you would like. If you'd like to hear what I do, it's extremely cinematic music, but multiple genres like pop, hip hop. I got my rock, my orchestral and retro, all of that stuff. But mainly for music supervisors, please check it out because I really want to make some waves in sync. I love sync. I love movies. They're my life. With that being said, I will leave in the pinned comment, I will leave my site if you want to help out further. You can buy all my albums for $1. That was the lowest I could put them, without it being like a bunch of free shit. So if you would like to pay more, you can. There's an option to pay more if you just have a little bit extra that you want to help me out with. Again, it's no obligation. Please don't feel like you have to or inclined. But if you would like to, the option's there. You can buy them for $1, which lets you download them, and then you have them there on your phone or device or whatever. You can listen offline if you're on a road trip. That's helpful. But yeah, you can pay more if you want, just to help me out. I really don't mind though. That's cool. With that being said, I'll leave an inquiry form in the pinned comment too, as well as like my Instagram, socials, stuff like that. Inquiry form, just if you have any like that's for business inquiries and stuff. I know I'm still little, and you might think who you feeling like, you still little. Nobody hitting you up about business yet, but bro, you never know, bro. Like I said for sync, right? So if I get any music supervisors that see this and they want to use my stuff for sync, hit me up with that form. If you just want to talk to me, hit me up for general shit, bro. Just hit my Insta, and we can talk. We can chop it up. With that being said, this is again probably way longer. I've found that I have quite the art for just talking out my ass for a long time, right? I can't just get straight to it, but we'll get better with it. Again, this is my first batch of videos. I hope you enjoyed. I came out here to get this backdrop, so I hope somebody like it. But with that being said, I'm gonna get my ass home. I got up at 4, got out of here, walked 3.5 miles, 4 miles, just to record these. And you know what? I'm in no rush to end this video. Actually, no, I need to because then you guys are gonna click off it and fuck their attention up. My bad. Anyway, look, I'll see you guys later.